will make my pineapple bubbly taste better. I off Michael Buble.
Boys, I've brought you here today for one reason. We're going to look at a subreddit that is not what you would think. Have you ever heard of the drink Bubbly?
Yes.
And you know it's like a LaCroix.
Yeah, it's like LaCroix, but more millennial.
Yeah, LaCroix, but Michael Buble.
Now, what if I told you their subreddit is nothing to do with Bubbly?
I'd call you a goddamn liar.
Please look at the stream.
Bro's hitting the yoinky sploink. What is that?
Well, this is naturally how you walk when you leave the supermarket with 14 Bubblies up your ass.
I've only gotten to 13, so this is pretty impressive.
That's rookie numbers. Get it to 20, then we'll talk. Bubbly is tearing my family apart. You really just threw me into the deep end already. This man's getting a divorce over the Bubbly drink.
Earlier today, I picked up a new case of Bubbly from the grocery store, only to find that I had grabbed a lime instead of watermelon.
Rookie mistake.
I just wanted to come home and drink my 12-pack of watermelon Bubbly, and now I can't. I got so upset that I threw the case across the room and obliterated the 80-inch flat screen TV and then threw my lazy boy. My wife came downstairs and saw me beet red, standing where the couch had been, and the ocean of Bubbly on the floor.
Me when lime Bubbly? This is so relatable.
This is like that drill tweet where it's like, please help me budget, internet bill $100, power $80, and then it's like Bubbly lime $3,000.
My marriage is ruined. I recently discovered that my wife had been unfaithful. It's devastating to realize that after 12 years of marriage and raising 2 children together, she's chosen to end it all. We've led a strong, devout Christian lifestyles for years, yet despite our commitment, she chose to betray our marriage. You might wonder how I found out about the affair. One night, I woke up at 3 a.m. feeling quite parched. I headed to the kitchen for a refreshing cherry bubbly. Nothing heals a broken heart quite like a cherry bubbly. After enjoying my drink and feeling rejuvenated, I noticed something in the trash. In an attempt to hide it, it was none other than a disgusting limoncello LaCroix. The realization hit me hard, and I've come to the painful conclusion that our marriage is 100% over. So essentially, I just read all of that, and I was waiting for the punchline. He's saying because there was a LaCroix in the trash can, his wife is fucking another dude.
No, I don't even think she's fucking another dude. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
She's been unfaithful to the brand, you see.
This is an entire message about brand loyalty?
Yeah, dude.
Whoa, Spun Chick underneath there really going in.
The drink of whores.
Oh my God.
My baby was born addicted to Bubbly.
With the tag, fuck Bubbly.
When I first got pregnant, I immediately gave up alcohol and replaced it with Bubbly. I don't know what I was doing. I was so naive. First, it started out fine. I was having a couple a day. Then, over the months, I crept up to 2 cases a day. Watermelon, strawberry, orange. I could taste it now. The tongue sticking out emoji.
Whoa.
I was even downing lime like it was water, for fuck's sakes. Then, something strange happened. At my 20-week ultrasound, the technician saw something not normal on the scans. There was tiny bubbles in my womb. They said it looks like all the fluid is carbonating and turning into bubbly. They weren't too concerned, though, because my doctor figured that Bubbly was just as good for my baby as an amniotic fluid was.
The science is still out on that. We're still working on that, but the hypothesis is there.
The nation's top sparkling water scientists are on it right now. During the delivery, things went as well as possible, except instead of crying first thing, she let out a huge belch. Things went downhill after that, though. I tried breastfeeding, but it was only producing Bubbly at that time, and my doctor suggested formula feeding because you can't get all your nutrients from Bubbly. Not even the watermelon Bubbly. Fucked up.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy.
She will not have it. She will spit out absolutely anything that isn't 100% pure uncut Bubbly. I like using the term uncut for that. I think that's a good choice.
Uncut?
I feel like I failed my daughter because she is 8 weeks old and has never had anything besides Bubbly. I feel like a failure. Crying eyes emoji. Any suggestion on how to wean an addicted baby off Bubbly? She gets very angry and starts shaking if she doesn't get watermelon Bubbly every 4 hours.
This is a common issue. I'm sure there's a couple Reddit users who will be able to help her with this.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's look at these comments. My mom died at 65 2 days ago, and this is the first time I've cracked a smile. Thank you, Bubbly sub. I've never had this delectable beverage, but once I remember how to shower, I'm going to get me some. Blessed be Bubbly people. Seriously though, my mom is dead. She only drank flavored vodka and wine-flavored wine. But sometimes it had bubbles, so maybe she's heaven, but probably not.
He didn't even write a comment. Those were all in parentheses. Those were just a side notes. Those were thoughts. I jacked off Michael Buble. What is the tag under? Wait, hold on. What is this guy's role in the subreddit? Cheesy biscuit. What's going on, brother? Will cum make my pineapple bubbly taste better? Brother man, I think we have this backwards.
So here's the thing. I have a girl, or guy we're gonna find out soon, coming over to slam a can like we're in Japan.
Slam a can like we're in Japan.
I regret to inform you that it's a bar.
I'm too poor for unopened bubbly right now, but at my sister-in-law's uncle's nephew's house, there are cans of pineapple bubbly waiting for me that I can take a drink from right now. I've been talking to this girl, or guy, online for the last 76 hours, and I've been hyping up the flavor of my cans of bubbly. I told her, or him, one sip of my bubbly is gonna taste like you're in the Bahamas, and I don't wanna look like a liar. The reality is, all I eat are pogos and toaster strudels, so my diet isn't really all that healthy either. Reddit, she's coming over soon. How much cum do I need to put in the bubbly to make my shit taste like it's a resort in the Bahamas?
Wow. Michael Bublé just consumed my son. From a real bubbly boy, so we know this is legit. Please help. My son, he had drunk 47 bubblies when I heard a knock at the door. I assumed it was the police, as this amount of bubbly is illegal where I live. Thanks, Trudeau. But it wasn't the police. It was Michael Blue himself. He leaned in real close and said, "Time for a slurp," and picked up my son, who by this point was mostly liquid. He consumed him, drank him whole, slurped all the bubbly right out of him. All that remains is the husk of my son. The Bubble Meister himself said, if I told anyone what had happened, he would discontinue the lime flavor. I'm hoping my cleverly placed asterisks reveal him without giving too much away. Please. I fear for my life in the future of lime-flavored bubbly. What do? I'm worried I'm gonna get slurped next.
Way to go, you just discontinued the lime flavor. I hope you were happy your son is in hell.
Holy shit, Pablo Hueves!
Dear God, what have I done?
We've got one more before we go off and create our own.
All right.
So is bubbly causing the housing crisis in Canada? Now, for those of you who don't live in Canada, right now, I believe the average home cost in Toronto is around $1 million.
That's more than $999,000.99.
That's a lot of cans of bubbly.
Just got an email that my rent went up by $250 for the third time this week. Literally the same email every time. He just keeps sending it over and over. The same email. Why? Do any of you fuckers, yes, I'm going to swear, ever ask yourself why? Why do we have droves and droves of people pouring into this country? Why are we more divided than ever? Why do my groceries cost an arm and a cum?
What does that even mean?
You asshat, it's bubbly. Think about it, cum shot. Why do you think everyone wants to be here? I just looked it up and it turns out we have more bubbly here than other places on Earth. Shit-eating idiot. Brain-dead shit-eater. Not to mention our failing birth rate. Don't you think maybe, just maybe, we can't have kids because we are absolutely pumping thick ropes into every can of bub cane we can. Snatch our greasy snatches on. Turd fuck.
Snatch our greasy snatches on.
I love a post from a nice level-headed Reddit user.
Yeah.
Boys, what do we think of the bubbly subreddit?
I think it's a nice place to be.
I think it's pretty epic. I do think, though, it is time for us to cook our own post on the subreddit.
I agree. I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. We can come back and all present our bubbly posts.
You know what? The way I think we should do this, I think we present each other's.
Yeah, that's big brain. I like that.
This morning, I was sucking down a lime bubbly when I felt an unusual sensation. I'm used to the normal bubbly side effects. Warmness of stomach, underdeveloped neck expression, spontaneous orgasm. But this was a different feeling. I grew weak at the knees and folded onto my living room floor like a Fallout character. My soul peered down at my bubbly drowned corpse. What a way to go out, just like Grandma did. And I heard a voice beckoning me. It was Michael. Suddenly, I was swimming booty naked in a sea of sparkling bubbly, experiencing flavors and sensations undiscovered by the human senses. Daddy Mike's vocals echoed from the distance, and I felt a sense of security. I met gaze with a well-built can of bubbly, curves in all the right places, and imparted my seed within. I woke up moments later in a puddle of bubbly, with nothing but memories and a dream. Update. While posting this, felt a hand on my shoulder and a tinkle down my crack. It was Michael. All this to say, new bubbly flavor is pretty good. I'm also 8 months pregnant.
No, that's fucking gold. Holy shit.
That was just kind of a stream of consciousness kind of thing. You know, like I had a lot of things, you know, pent up and I just needed to let the subconscious talk, you know?
After failing to pay my utility bills because I spent all my money on bubbly, thanks Joe Bubden, I have no other choice but to resort to bathing, drinking, and flushing my toilet with the sacred, slightly sweetened nectar that I love. Every morning, I take my cherry bubbly shower that peels off all my skin and temporarily blinds me for 30 to 45 minutes.
Relatable.
Eat my frosted flakes with lime bubbly that causes me to have intense liquid shits that allow me to see God, Michael himself. And then finally, wash my clothes in watermelon bubbly, causing them to disintegrate. My landlord came to my house today, but he fell into pomegranate bubbly moat outside and drowned. Bubbly has consumed every facet of my life, and I've now discovered the true secret to happiness in life. Break free from your shackles and join me in our crusade to live life as intended. Praise Bubbly.
That last sentence was powerful. Like if you got rid of the rest of the post and just read that last line. It's inspiring shit.
So funny.
I recently had to undergo a prostate ultrasound. As part of my preparation, I was instructed to complete an enema 2 hours prior to the scan. Naturally, I put this off as long as I could. No one wants to shoot the juice up their gooch. That is a bar.
Thanks.
My appointment time came and I realized I forgot to purchase an enema. All I had on hand at the time was lime bubbly. I grabbed my nearest bottle, attached a cake frosting tip, and filled it to the brim with bubbly. Getting the bubbly in my ass was no problem. We've been here before. It ran its course, dare I say, more effectively than any enema I ever could have used. Too effectively, in fact. I could tell something was off when I began to shit out more than I bargained for. Everything in my intestines had changed. On an atomic level, I was different. I was evolving. Can after can of bubbly began to pour out of me. Lime, cherry, classic bubbly, all the flavors you could imagine. Each one accompanied by a transaction sound. I didn't think much of it. Nothing I hadn't dealt with before. We're still in your wheelhouse up until this point. All right, noted.
Yeah.
However, when I arrived at the ultrasound, I began to realize something was off. The tech noted that my bladder was full. Why waste what was gifted to me? I drank every can that dropped into that toilet. But when she asked me to empty my bladder for the next part, I was petrified. I was pissing straight bubbly. Next, the tech had to insert the probe. And this is where the issues began to truly start. My entire intestine, just one of them, has been replaced with aluminum. I could feel every vibration. I just got admitted to the hospital. It seems I have fallen victim to the Buble virus. My body is beginning to morph into more machine than man. I don't have long to live, but I can be satisfied knowing my legacy in life will be dispensing the drink I love so dearly. This is the plotline of an isekai anime.
These are all very good.
This was great.
I think we all just have to post them.
I think I guess I'm posting this.
Boys, that's gonna end the video. Thank you so much for joining.